So when we turn the machine on, the emergency stop sometimes will basically be done. We need to basically let that know where it's coming from. So we hit the power on, and what we need to do is go to the home access menu. So by simply hitting this hands button, you can change the menu functions. So what we're looking for is this home access. So hitting home access and hitting all. Now what it's doing is homing the system. So it's running on the traverse as well as the rail back and forth. So it's finding the natural beginning point that the computer is basically finding its base point to begin from. So you got to leave that basically, and every time you hit emergency stop, you need to come back and let it home into where it's naturally supposed to be. So once it's found its home, I can hit OK. So basically what I need to basically do now is to load the software. So if I hit the middle button, the hands button, I'll come up with the screen, and it may have the previous burn file there, but I need to get into this menu that has Shape Manager, but probably what I'm looking at is for files. Taking the USB drive, plugging that into one of the two USB ports, hitting files, and you'll see basically there's a change thing here that you can basically come up with from a shape library, but I'm going to pull this from a memory stick. So, and again, once you activate the screen, you can use the up-down arrows to find the particular memory stick, or find the drive you want to pull it from. So I'm going to pull it from the memory stick by hitting enter, and then I can do the same type of thing. I can hit it in the field and using the arrow button to move down to find the nesting that I just did and saved on that memory stick. So there's a number of them here. I'm going to go down till I find apron 950 April 20th 2012, and that's the one that I want to use. So I can hit enter, hit OK. So now you can see our nest. The nest is basically the parts are in green, and the yellow represents the traversing line of the plasma head. So that will basically follow that plasma trail as we go forward. So by hitting the menu function, we need to get to this type of menu here that it shows basically return to start, move distance, manual operations. And by using the keypad, we can move the machine. So the idea is we want to have this plasma tip start right in a corner so you're on the inside edges of it, so you're not going to run off the table. So I just move the machine by basically hitting the buttons this way. Back and forth, the corners basically run kitty corner or diagonal. So I just want to kind of get it to a point where I'm over the plate. As you can see, I'm a little too far past it. So let's move that back. Get that down there. And you can use this little button here to move the plasma head down on the upper control, just so you can kind of get an idea that I'm definitely inside the plate. So you don't want to basically have the parts run off the edge. So you want to just kind of find a nice good point so you can kind of see I'm in about 3/4 of an inch here. That should be good. Maybe just cheat it over a little bit. So I'm in about a 1/2 inch there, and it looks like I'm in about 1/4 inch there. So let's just give it a little bit more so I got plenty to work with. So I basically did that. Now I got the head set. Now the main thing is we got to tell the machine that that is the 0 point. So you hit 0 position, because right now it's at, when I base it on home position, I'm moving to 7.2, so I hit 0. So now the 0 point. Take 2. I had to have the power on. Will Davis is going to basically push the magical start button. He did. Okay, it's moving. It's already going.
Perfect.
Make sure you have that on. It's on run.
We have a hillbilly can run this thing.
Hey, we've had hillbillies run it before.